Hey guys, we're back in the kitchen today and we are here to brew the perfect cup of tea. You deserve the perfect cup of tea. And making tea, especially the British way, is really much more of a method than a recipe. So there are all kinds of P's and Q's and things that you watch and things you do and things you don't do. So the first thing is you are going to draw fresh cold water. And so what I've done this morning, I have filtered water at my sink, a little tap, and I've put it in my tea kettle, and I'm going to bring my tea kettle almost to a boil. Now prior to that, I made sure that I know how many cups of water my little teapot holds. And this holds 4 cups of water. So that's what I've done, because then you'll know how many bags. You're gonna do 1 tea bag or 1 little loose teaspoon for each cup of water in your teapot. And then usually people do 1 for the pot. So I'm gonna do 5 tea bags in my teapot, and I've also pre-warmed my teapot. So I heated up water and I filled it, let it sit for a while, and then I poured out the hot water so that my teapot is nice and warm. So I'm going to bring my water over here almost to a boil. Don't let the teapot whistle. And I'm kind of used to the way my teapot sounds when it's reaching a boil, because you don't want to overboil. It messes with the oxygen level in the water, and then your tea will be flat or bitter. So just bring it almost to a boil, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, I've grabbed it before the whistle went off, and I'm gonna pour the hot water into my pre-warmed teapot. And you want to pour the water to the tea bags, do not add them afterwards. And I put a little bit of extra water, and I'm gonna put my lid on the teapot to let it steep. And we're gonna let it steep at least 2 minutes. For black tea, which Earl Grey is black tea, ideally it's 3 to 5 minutes, but I don't go to the 5 minutes because I don't want it bitter. I don't want to take a chance in making it bitter. Now, if you're just doing 1 cup of tea and you have your 1 tea bag in here, you want to put the tea bag in and then add your hot water over that tea bag. And there we go. Now that's not going to be able to steep if you don't put a cover over it. So I prefer the teapot method rather than to an individual cup, unless you have a cup that has a little thing that allows it to steep. Okay, next, once this is set for 3 to 5 minutes, we are going to make what I like to call milk tea, which is really kind of the traditional British tea, the afternoon tea that they have. So I'm going to add a small amount of cream, and you want to allow the tea to warm the cream, not the cream cool the tea. So that's another little tip. I'm also gonna add just a small amount of sugar for a little bit of sweetness. You don't wanna add too much, or you risk losing that wonderful flavor of the tea. Okay, so we've gone past 2 minutes, and I don't even look at the color of the tea. Never judge tea by the color. It's all about the steeping time, the brewing time. So I'm gonna pour over my cream and my slight bit of sugar. Pour me a nice cup of tea. And I've got some little sweet treats. I got shortbread cookies and a dense cookie over here, dense wheat cookie. And I'm gonna enjoy my nice cup of tea, which is slightly hot. Oh, it's just delicious. And the smell of the bergamot in the Earl Grey is a total stress relief for me. So I love it. Okay, enjoy a nice afternoon cup of tea. Thanks for joining us.